Hello to you all and welcome to Car Question. If I say the word Mini to you, well, you think about small and you think about a car company. There you go, you've got a Mini. But it's also other words. It's fun to drive. It's go-kart. You smile when you see it. It's different. It's technology. It's probably for the person who wants to stand out, not be like the others, for a person who is different, technology dude, geek, reject, probably, but Serena Williams and Tony Hawk don't want you to go that way as they're doing the promotion of Mini on the manufacturer's website. The MINI ClubMan 2016, the Model S, this week at Car Question. Did the light close? Yes. Alright, let's look at the exterior of the Mini that we have right now. So the MINI Cooper ClubMan, we've got the Model S. We've got also some option on the vehicle to make it more enjoyable from the inside and the outside. And when you look at that Mini, you can clearly see that it's completely unique. There's no other car on the market like this one. And it's completely, you can have whatever you want. You can choose the color, you can choose some stripe. Hey, you can have the flag on the top. You can have some assorted mirror. I think that Mini is really trying to personalize the car the way you want it, so it can show your colors. And right now, I love the color of the one that we have here on display. As you can see, there's some nice difference between the top of the car and here directly on the bumper and on the hood. They're also using nice touches of chrome right here in the front of the grille. Those fog lights here are completely also big. They're going to be a good lighting when turned on, but we've got the option package for the lights so that they're going to be LED. Once again, LED everywhere. Those are the daytime running lights. And look at that Mini logo on the side, chrome. The blinker is down there, once again, looking good. So you've got this little scoop here, which is not quite useful, but when you get a little bit down there, you can see that there's going to be hair deflected directly through the brake, and probably to help also a little bit to cool that turbo engine that we have inside with those big hole through the grille. On the side, once again, still looking good. Well, it's the biggest of the Mini Cooper that are available right now. So as you can see, you've got long door. It's kind of big compared to the older model of Mini. So do you like it? Let's check the wheels. We've got optional 18 inches wheel. Right now, once again, winter tires, 225 40 18. Plain silver wheels, but once again, quite unique. A little S chrome logo on the side and also a blinker. You've got also an opening here that are gonna let simply pass the air. Nice round shape. It really has the lights, as you can see up front for the mirror. Chrome, you can unlock it by the press of the button right there. As you can see, big doors, a little bit of plastic, and there's not a lot of lines when you look on this side. Here, the fuel tank, once again, the same shape of the lights, and since there's a diesel version in Europe, you can see clearly some space that you can add the DevBlue system or the system, you know, to help you have a good fuel emission with all the regulation currently in Europe. So the rear of the car, as you can see, so it's completely unique with the design. Look at that, 2 wipers, and let's open it. It looks like a car where you usually carry the dead when you open it like that. So be careful if there's a car too close of you. It's going to probably restrain you, but still look at the angle. So the door is kind of opening, but it's giving you some clearance. So if there's somebody too close to you, you're still going to be able to open them probably. Nice chrome handle, ClubMan written down there. Nice LED lights once again. And look at that, you've got a little mini logo, which is once again inside. It's probably a little bit hard to see. Nice touches of style, some lights right here in the bumper that are functional. You can see also the sensor who are hidden. Typical European bumpers with the little bumps here near the plate. Dual exhaust system, which is going to make a nice sound. You've got also a shark fin antenna, roof different color, panoramic sunroof. And right now what I'm going to show you is how unique it is also with the lights. So let's get in. We're going to turn on the lights and turn on the car. And I'm going to show you the lights. Look at that. So powerful right now. So let's turn off the lights so that you will see how unique it is when you've got your lights turned on. You've got also a little yellow marker on the side, and look how powerful it is. Let's go to the back. You're going to see also how unique it is when you look at it from the back. And I'm going to turn on the blinker so that you will see the effect that there is also on the side. So a nice blinker here, and as you can see clearly the integration of the front blinker here in the front headlight. So I'm going to close the car and I'm going to show you what's happening when you open the door. Let's close it. So let's reopen it. Oh, a mini logo. And on the other side, oops, deception. There's only some lights, some LED lights, but no mini logo. They should have put one on there. Lights, please. And there you go. I love the styling of the new Mini. It's a 10 on 10. All right, let's look at the interior of the Mini Cooper. The model that we have is the S, ClubMan S. And as you can see, as soon as we open the door, you can see the build quality, the material that they've used. Mini has gone a long way since the beginning, and it shows in the interior. It's BMW fabrics, it's BMW styles also that you can see in some button and in some material use around here, but hey, it shows, and I like the interior. Right now, for the exercise of styling, I'm giving it a 10 already. Nice finish, and look at that. So you've got the finish in the door with little hole right there, some kind of soft material. You've got some chrome accent, some nice piano black all the way up into the door, and you can see the ambient slide that you have in there. If you pull the handle, look at that. The buttons are gonna follow to lock and unlock your door. Mini Cooper S down there. So you've got your adjustable setting for your seat, the memory, typical BMW emplacement. You've got also a thing that you can simply open there for your legs, so it's going to support your legs, but you're always going to find some bread inside there. So if you eat in your car, try to clean that often. Nice seat, nice seat that are going to hold you in place, and I'm quite impressed with how well they look finished with all the holes, with all the nice leather that they've used right there on the side. Nice and firm lateral support that you're gonna have in this car. And when you sit in, incredible design. I love the style right now of that car. Usually I'm a fan of black, and right now I'm served with chrome and black and piano black accent. And look at the key, even the key is impressive. So you've got a MINI logo in the back here. So it's kind of big, yes, but unique once again. So I love everything that's unique. Talking about unique, look at the steering wheel, nice chrome, MINI logo. The British flag is down there. So you can see the inspiration, even the inspiration over time that they kept right now with the MINI is kind of impressive. So look at that in red down there. This is my start for my engine, for my car. So I'm gonna push it, typical airplane, and you can see right now everything which is turning on, including that nice screen. My heads-up display is gonna come out, and you're gonna see the MINI logo. And it's gonna display my speed also. Look how powerful the lights are. I love that. So let's start on the left. Pretty easy button for the fog lights and the rear fog lights. So if you want to turn on the lights, it's on the side here. Luminosity also. And you're gonna be able to adjust your steering wheel with a manual adjustment. And look at that, the dial will follow. So once again, typical motorcycle style. I just love this one. Right now I would have preferred to have the revolution per minute in the center and the speed on the side, and also display on my heads-up display, but I'm gonna get used to that. On the side, this is my fuel indicator. So as you can see right now, there's 2 lines of fuel left, but when it's full you can see all those lines here. I'll lighten up. Once again, it's unique. I love the design. I love how well designed this car is. Touches of chrome everywhere. Yes, this is to send some air in the car. Everywhere, nice material. Look at that. Even the air vents, how they're made with the chrome, a little bit of plastic though. Piano black here on the side. Incredible look. So let's go for a start of the car. And you can see when I start the car, you did saw some LED lights, and by the way, that sound, every time that you start the car, if you're not buckled up, you're gonna hear that sound. And right now, it's getting on my nerve every time I start it. So right now, you can see that the car is rolling, and you can see that my LED display has been configured to my revolution per minute. So if I send some gas to the car, you're gonna see that. And if also I change the driving mode, so right now I'm gonna pass through green mode. As you can see, it's going to become green everywhere. Mid mode, orange, and if I go into sports mode, red. And you can also see right there that my handles turn red. It's going to be the same thing if I move into green. It's going to turn green, but later it's going to return simply to the configuration of the color that I choose for my interior display. Same thing for down there. Right now it doesn't show, but you're going to see when you move to green. It's probably clearer a little bit here. When you move your mode, once again, the complete interior of the car is changing color, and that's the way I like it. So by the way, for the engine, let's do it. Oh, the blow-off valve sound. You can hear that little popcorn, and I love the rev right now that I have with that 2.0 liter engine. So I'm gonna turn off the car, just pressing there. And as you can see, some LED animation once again. I'm gonna simply press once again to turn on my instrument. And I'm gonna show you the screen in the center, the screen which is incredible. I love the system right now. It's not one of the easiest system, but it's one of the most complete I've ever saw. Look how fast it is. Look how it reacts to every input. Look how I just love this system. It's for the technology guy right now, it's one of my favorite out there. So I can get into settings, information about my car, mini connected feature, office, phone, multimedia, radio, and I use also this dial right here to control. So media, tel, nav and radio are shortcuts, same thing for the menu around here. And you've got a tactile here that I can, let's see that I go into a settings and I choose my heads-up display. And if I want to change the luminosity, I can use the tactile right there button. It's going to be also used for writing letters or words. Let's say that I search an address and I'm gonna go into street right now. And if I, let's say, want to write R, so right now my R was kind of bad. Once again, it's bad. I'm gonna make a, and as you can see right now, well, it took it RA. You got it. And by the way, I will turn on a little bit the volume so that you can hear. If it said I, but I'm gonna write a C.
C.
So it will say the letter that I simply wrote on that. That's gonna be the same thing for the phone. And by the way, look at that, how it's blue. If I go into phone and I want to compose a number, it's the same thing. I can simply draw the number.
5.
And it will give me the possibility to call. But I can also use the dial with the number, which is way quicker, but nice thing for the technology, not that bad. So multimedia, radio, you can go in all these options, and you will see that it's quite easy to use. You're gonna have also the possibility to change the bass, the treble, and everything like that. So typical radio. The phone feature, once again, look at the blue. I love the blue color. And when your phone in the car is going to ring, you're going to see, once again, this LED simply animate itself with the ringing of your phone. One of the coolest features that we're going to find inside is in the info vehicle. You're going to go into minimalism, as they call it, and you will have an eco analyzer to show you exactly how well you are driving right now. So if I choose to go into that display and let's select the green mode, there you go, it's going to work better with that. Minimalist analyzer, so you're going to see a rating about my acceleration and braking anticipation, and I want to make my fish live right now. So if I move back, you're going to see that display, which is going to be shown in both the screen. Also, I can display all my information about my trip, my vehicle status, my driving excitement. I'm going to see the power and the pound-feet of torque, which is going to be shown. And I've got a cool mode that's going to check all the environment for me, telling me that if I'm okay and ready to go for a trip or simply on the track. And as you can see right now, it's going to tell me to put it into sport mode and have a little bit fun with the car. So if I want to have a good feeling, move it into sports mode. So I'm gonna set once again the checkup, and you're gonna see. So right now I've got not too much fuel, so it's kind of sad. Temperature exterior is okay with the sunglasses. My temperature of the engine is okay also with the rocket. So sports mode is on, and let's get ready to go. Oh no, my autonomy of my fuel. So I won't have that much fun, but still it's fun to see all the animation that you got inside. So with the radio, once again, I can select the band right here without pushing, and if I want to select or add a memory, it's quite easy. I simply press and add it, and as you can see, I also can add favorite to my memory. So I'm gonna press and hold 2. There you go, 2 is gonna be for contact. And if I want a radio station, so I go into the radio station, I select the FM station. So right now I want this one. I'm gonna hold 3 and press 3. So this is the station FM that's gonna be remembered. So once again, if I select that, as you can see, the memory are not only used for the radio, but also for the setting that I'm gonna choose. So quite impressive once again. If I want to raise the volume, look at that. So you can see the LED once again showing up. I love that display right now. So a little bit lower, I've got all my climate control. If I turn it on, and that's the same thing once again, if I turn it to the maximum setting, I can see the LED bar. And if I change the temperature, look at that. I have a display with blue and red, and once again it's one of the nicest out there. It's going to be the same thing as here. So let's raise the climate control a little bit, let's adjust the temperature, same thing for the other side, and there you go. So there's no sync mode between the two, so you have always to configure the two independently. So you've got auto mode, which is right there, and the thing that I'm not sure about is when I go into the manual mode, it's so small to see where I'm sending air, and there is no display on top here that are going to tell me where I'm going with my temperature. So heated seat, maximum defrost. Whoa, I'm going to close that. Rear defrost, also automatic manual air for the recirculation. AC, max AC, other seat. I can also turn on or turn off my start and stop engine system at the red light or simply in traffic. I love that switch, by the way. Traction control, if I hold it, and you're gonna see the display simply change, so DSC deactivated, and I'm gonna have also the menu telling me that my dynamic stability control is completely turned off. And this button right here is simply to close my heads-up display. So as you're gonna see, it's gonna go there and simply hide and say bye-bye. Steptronic transmission, 8-speed. I can put it into manual mode, plus and minus, and right here you can see a warning that I have with that yellow indicator. 2 cup holders, some nice fabric here, 12-volt outlets, USB auxiliary. And when I want to change the mode of my car, only thing that I have to do is simply press on this side, on the other side, and you're gonna see the nice red, the nice LED changing from red to green or to orange. So once again, my electronic parking brakes, quite easy, nice finish here, piano blacks, nice finish, nice plastic. I love the way it feels. So your armrest, little bit of storage right here, and you've got another place for storage, no connectors, but by the way, it's plain plastic, so it will get with some scratches over time. At least this one has a kind of cloth finish in it, and it's kind of good. So right now, nice storage space. I love the vents, how they look. So if I lower the sun visor, you've got lights on the both side. Another thing which is neat is that independent sun visor on the side. So if I move a little bit back, so I have one in the side, and I can have my one in front simply pull down, and they're independent. I can still pull this one and put it on the side, but there's more coverage with that one that I have right here to get me away from that sun. If I move here, I can change the color of my ambient lights with the press of the button simply here, from blue to yellow to a lot of color that I have, and it's always kind of nice to see that. And it's going to be the same thing here and the same thing here in the storage area where it's going to change color. So sunroof, getting it open, and you can see right now there's a net. And also my lights, if I want to turn on all the lights in the car, LED lights please, I've got that right there. So let's move to the side and to the rear. Once again, nice finish in the door, and look at that down there. The color that I've set is showing it right there. So I love the way that there's not plastic, but as you can see, there's not too much space in the back. I could make more space, but it's gonna need me to move my usual driving position. And the seats are not too bad. It's a Mini, so it's supposed to be small. But right now, if I lower the seat, you're gonna see that I have enough space to carry a lot of things, and that's what surprised me the most. Look at that. Not too bad, huh? So you've got a nice panel to hide whatever you will have inside. And you can see also there's a nice deep place to put the stuff that you want in. A nice LED lights, no 12 volts connectors, at least I don't see it. And you've got also a little bit of defrost line right here on the side. And as you can see with the seat folded down, it's quite impressive how many stuff that you will be able to put in that car. Remember the sequence to close your door, because this one has the locking mechanism. And this was the interior of the MINI ClubMan, MINI Cooper S ClubMan, and I love that interior. Another thing that I forgot to show you is, look at the pedal. The pedal is oval just like the lights. So if I want to open the doors for the trunk, there's a button right here. Once, twice, both doors are gonna open like this. Quite easy. For the hood, once, twice, and look at the Porsche inspiration. Okay, perhaps I'm a little bit exaggerating, but still no needs for a clip or to simply pull a latchet. You've got just an opening who opens quite big, and look at that 2.0 liter engine, twin power turbo, BMW share, and you've got your place to put all your windshield fluid in the front, so no problem with that. And look at that, the battery pole, if you miss it, you're probably blind. Love how it's finished, easy to open, easy to close. Alright, let's talk about the mechanical components and the road handling of the MINI ClubMan S that we have right now. So there's three models of Mini that you can buy. You've got the base Mini, which is going to come with a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine. And when you talk about 3-cylinder and 1.5, you want a turbo because you want a little bit of horsepower. And thank God Mini gave us one on this one. But still, when you buy a Mini, why not buy the performance one? You want to have fun while driving, so think to go with the S. So if we compare the two engines, the 1.5 liter with the 2.0, so let's check the numbers. 134 horsepower at 4,400 RPM for the base engine. Ooh, that's short for a Mini of this size. And if you go with the torque power, well, it's not that bad, 162 pound-feet of torque. And with the overboost mode, 170. Now you're gonna ask me, what's overboost mode? Well, when you're gonna be accelerating, let's say that right now I'm rolling, I'm flooring it, there's gonna be a few seconds where I'm gonna have an overboost, and that overboost will result in more torque. And by the way, the top torque is coming at 1,250 RPM for both engines. So let's check the number with the 2.0 liter engine. So we've got 189 horsepower at 5,000 RPM. That's much better. And with peak torque, you're gonna get your peak torque at, once again, the same RPM as I said for the 2.5, but it's gonna be 207 pound-feet of torque, or in overboost 221. So it shows the difference right there. So right now on the Mini website with a base engine, they're telling us that you will have a 0-100 in 9.1 seconds. And you can have a Steptronics transmission or a manual transmission with that one. If you go with the Cooper S, when you check also on the website, for CVT 0-100, 7.1 seconds and 7.2 with the manual. So there's not a big difference between the two. So it's the two different that you can have. But remember, with the base engine, you can have a 6 manual or a 8-speed Steptronic with the S, but if you go with the base engine version, it's gonna be only a 6-speed automatic transmission. So also, Mini is not shy to show the performance that you will be able to get with the top speed on their website, 228 kilometers per hour with the sports model, but it will take time to get there, so that I swear to you. Another thing is the 0-100, as I said before, but it's also going to show that you're going to have a much better experience of driving when you're going to switch it into sports mode. So you've got 3 different driving modes that you can choose from. The first one is the green mode, so the mode that you want to go coasting, cruising, getting on a road trip where you're going to save fuel. Everywhere you're going to see some green showing up in the display, and that mode, there's going to be an awesome feature which is going to be enabled, which is going to be a disconnection of transmission with the engine. So right now I'm cruising, there's no hill. If I release the accelerator, I can see my RPM dropping at 1,000, and the car is just coasting along with the speed, and I'm not even losing speed right now, but I'm saving a lot of fuel. And there's a green indicator right now showing that to me. I'll say you're gonna save some fuel just coasting along. If there's a hill, a downhill coming at you, you will release your foot from the accelerator pedal, and instead of having brake force, you know, brake torque, which is gonna slow you down, it's gonna be simply a coasting mode, and you're gonna go down, there you go, and saving some fuel with it. Another feature of the eco mode is also the climatization. All the power of the climatization is gonna be reduced, and you're gonna have also a regeneration of the energy that you will save when you are braking. They're gonna put that into some capacitor, and when you're gonna be accelerating, there's not gonna be all that force required for the alternator to power all the instruments. So you're gonna be able to save on the acceleration and on the fuel consumption when you're gonna floor it with all that energy that you save right now. So I'm gonna send a stare to the guy on the side that nearly hit me without having a blinker. Nice move. And the normal mode, the comfort mode as I could tell it, or the mid mode as MINI is calling that, is going to simply remove that coasting feature. It's going to reestablish acclimatization to the optimal level, but you're going to see that the transmission will also choose the higher gear possible on the car. So it's more a regular driving mode than usual. So once again, this is the perfect mode to go around city driving, to always be ready, and if you want to have a little acceleration, it's going to be ready. But eco mode is going to be less responsive even with the transmission. My preferred mode is the sports mode. So everything becomes red in the car, and now you are ready. You will feel the transmission making a change, making it ready. And if I pull my transmission here, my Steptronic, into sports mode, you're gonna see that it's gonna be able to react pretty quickly to whatever I will want to give it as an input. So, and acceleration are gonna be much faster. You're gonna also hear the sound. There's gonna be two sound change in the car. First one is gonna be the blow-off valve. You're gonna hear much more that blow-off valve in the front. It's gonna be the same thing in the rear. So for those of you who like a good exhaust nut, well, you're gonna be served, because when you put it into sports mode, another neat feature is the little popcorn that you will hear in the back of the car. So when you're gonna do your acceleration, when you release the accelerator, there you go, releasing it. Did you hear that little popcorn? Flooring it, releasing it, and you can hear that little popping noise coming from the exhaust system, and that adds nothing, you know, to the performance of the car, but it's getting more fun to drive it, you know, hearing that little sounds and note. And it's not a tin can note, it's just a nice growl that you really enjoy while you're going to be driving on some sinuous road, or why not on a track day with your friend, to enjoy the car a little bit more. So also the direction is going to change a lot when you put it into sports mode. It's going to be more ready to have whatever you're going to send to it as a driving input. And by the way, you have also an adaptive suspension which is available right now with MINI, and you have also all-wheel drive that you can choose from. That's the third version that you can have. So if you're driving in Winterland, you're going to be also able to have fun in the sports mode with your all-wheel drive system. By the way, the all-wheel drive system shares component with the BMW X1, and we tested it, and it's a good one. Even if it's based on the front-wheel drive system, you're gonna see that you're gonna be able to enjoy the car. Still, there's a lot of fun to drive it when you're gonna be into a curve. Still, you're gonna feel that suspension communicating to you. That's the same thing as the direction. It's going to be quick, it's going to be precise, it's going to be adaptive also, depending on the situation that you have on the road and the input that you're going to give it. Also, when you're in manual mode, it's going to be more enjoyable to have a good experience of driving. Right now, I'm always shifting into manual mode because I love the reaction of the car, and I love what it's letting me do. Did you hear the popping now? Let's do another one. oh, everything went away. And there's a good road handling while you're driving that Mini. You're gonna see it's hugging the road, and I think the tires are probably helping it. Right now we have large tires on the car, and when you look at the tires, you can see that you have a large rim, and it's nearly not stretched, but as you can see, the wheels is coming out a little bit more than it used to on other cars. So once again, it's going to give you a good footprint from the larger of the tire and the larger of the wheels where it's going to stand. But the only problem is that you have round flat. So round flat are a little bit stiffer. So usually they communicate the bumps in not a good way that I like on the road. But still, put on some good tires on this one and you're gonna be able to have a lot of fun with the car. Talking about fun, go for acceleration. You can hear that little engine revolution. And it's going fast. You're gonna be surprised at the speed that you're gonna be able to go with that car. So let's talk about security feature that you're gonna find in the Mini. There's a lot of them, so I talked to you about round flat tires. Still, you don't have a spare inside the car and no tire repair kit. They got to save some space at some place. Oh, and did you hear that? Pop, 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 pop. And as you can see right now, I downshifted the transmission probably a little bit too soon, and it was ready to react as soon as I accelerated. It picked up my error and send the power directly onto those wheels. So round flat tire, you've got dynamic regulator, cruise control. You've got also an electronical repartition of the brake force, and one thing which I like is the control of the brakings and the turn. So as soon as you're gonna get into a turn, if you need to brake, it's gonna react to give you the performance braking that you need. Same thing from the acceleration. If you're in a turn and you're giving some acceleration, and the car is going to be so stable because of the repartition that you're going to have while accelerating. And I think that the fun of driving, the experience of Mini right now that they want to give to you is goodly achieved with that. For the rest, you have a lot of comfort inside the car. When I look at my seat, perfect comfort for that sport seat. I love also all the display, which is kind of motorcycle display. So you've got my heads-up display, which is a good combination of getting a little bit higher and some information that is required to me when I'm gonna drive in sports mode or on the track, or just enjoying a simple cruise. The infotainment system is awesome. You've got some cool Mini application that you can use with your phone, which is gonna tell you what you did on your road trip, the fuel consumption, where is your car. They are telling me that's left in your car. So let's say you want to leave and you say, how do I have enough gas, and you're checking, you will have that information in your phone, in your home. And usually I'm not a big fan of application that you can add on your phone with the connection to the vehicle, but plug in your USB cable and you're going to be able also to see a special menu, which is going to be much more sports oriented, connected to your phone and having some data to enjoy back at home. So Mini fun, Mini comfort for all the passenger, incredible lighting since we have the LED package in the exterior, a unique styling also of lights. And once again, sometimes people are flashing me, they're thinking that I'm on the high beams, but that's not the case. So be careful with that one, it's powerful lighting. The storage is interesting. In the back I stored 4 18-inch wheels with no problem, with the seats up, and I had some passenger inside the car. Was surprised also with the space that you have in the rear, but surprised because it's a Mini. It's supposed to be small, but it's not, you know, that big. Fuel consumption, when I look at the base engine, what you're going to be able to do depending if you have a CVT or a manual. Let's look at the best number, 9.4 into city mode. Onto highway mode, 7 liter, the 7 liter with the manual, but switch to the CVT and you're going to be able to do 6.6. So I'm going to let you do your mix calculation on this one. Since we have the S model, city driving mode, the best number are achieved with the CVT, 9.7 liter per 100 kilometers, and with highway mode you're going to be able to get 7 liter. There's not a big difference between highway mode, between the 6-speed manual and the CVT, but still it's good for an average of 8.5 liter per 100 kilometers. Well, since we enjoy the Mini driving so much this week, I was not able to achieve this number because you can see that that I always need to have fun with the car, and that's the Mini experience. That's what you want. So we were up to 10 liters per 100 kilometers in average, but still it's a fun car to drive. So enjoy driving it, have fun driving it, push it a little bit, but be careful to don't get any ticket out of the police, because the thing is with unique vehicle, they see you from so far away and you will get the attention sometimes that you don't need. So you be careful with this one. Let's talk about competition. When I look at the Mini, I find this car to be so unique, and there's not a lot of vehicle out there that really compares to the uniqueness of the car that I have right now. Well, you can think about the Nissan Juke. Here in Quebec, the Nissan Micra, which is kind of this size, but well, it's kind of fun also to drive, but still some other will compare it to the Volkswagen, the GTI, but once again, I don't think it's fair to compare this vehicle, which is so unique, to other one. But still, do you think that there's a vehicle who really compares to the Mini right now? Do you think that we should have mentioned one? If you think so, well, feel free to write that down. Besides that, you've seen probably the Mini in so many movies. It's so much fun to drive, and it's got a fun image. Do you remember the movie The Italian Job? Back in the old days, they used some original Mini with that one, and it was a fun movie to watch. Mark Wahlberg was in a remake with that beautiful blonde lady who drove that Mini with such gracious manners, and man, did I see the car, I see the girl, and I can see the perfect match, and you can see that tall blonde getting out of that small Mini. Once again, it's a movie that you have to watch if you love Mini. Mini has been in other movie also. Mr. Bean drove a Mini. Do you remember that? Yes. And you had also Pixel with Adam Sandler, where the Mini fight Pac-Man, the evil Pac-Man, and you can see also the personalization that you can get with those cars. Let's say you want a different roof, a different mirror, different interior. Hey, no problem, Mini is gonna be there, but they're gonna charge you a bill. And by the way, do you remember another movie where they use a Mini for, once again, doing some kind of car chase, and a good guy is getting away from the bad guys? Think about it. Do you got it? The Bourne Supremacy. Yes, Matt Damon drove a Mini in that movie, or I think it was his girlfriend with it, or the girl with it. I don't quite remember exactly the scene, but which scene did you prefer that you can see some Mini in a movie? Tell me, feel free to comments, because we always smile when we see those little cars go around, and I smile when I'm driving this one. Popcorn, anyone? let's talk about price with the MINI Cooper ClubMan that we have right now. Base price is starting at $24,900. If you want to go with the S version, it's going to be $28,900. And if you want to go with the Cooper S all-4, the all-wheel drive model, it's going to be $29,990. But the MINI experience is to personalize it, to give you what you want, to let you choose exactly how you want your MINI to look like, and to personalize every option in it. So let's say that we start with the S that we have right now, and we add up all the options that we have. So the base Cooper S at $28,990, the essential package, which is going to add panoramic sunroof, armrest, fog lights, heated seats, mini connect system, which is interesting, $1,800. Let's add the loaded package with electric seating, memory, parking aid, automated climate control, $1,800. Cargo package, I'm surprised with that one, $500 to get the cargo package that we have, the little hole in the package area, and all those tow hooks. Well, it seems like that on the MINI website it was not clear, but $500. The LED light package, to have the best lighting up possible, $1,150. You're gonna have adaptive headlights with that one, and still I love the unique look of those lights. So will you be willing to pay $1,000 for those? You've got your wired navigation package, as they call it, with the 8.8 inches of screen, $1,000. It's also coming with the navigation. They're calling it visibility package. So it's your rear view camera, your heads up display, and also the parking if you didn't choose it already in the first option. $1,300. Wow. The total bill is getting up quickly. 18 inches wheel that we have, $1,430. Automatic transmission, the Sportstronic 8-speed, $1,500. So for a total of $42,905. So as you can see, personalization as a price. Are you willing to go up to that price for personalizing your MINI? If you do so, what would you like? What would you choose with your MINI? Tell us in the comments area just below. Alright, let's talk about the plus points and the minus points of the MINI Cooper ClubMan, the Cooper S, please. I could have used a little bit more power, and by the way, if you choose the base model with the base engine, hey, you're gonna probably not like it if you're into the performance type of the MINI. You want to have fun, choose the S. That's the only logical choice. Beside that, be careful when you open your doors in the rear. As you can see, it needs some space. So if you're on the city parking or simply near a wall, be careful. Press the button, but always check in the rear so that you don't damage your door, because it's quite unique for the doors, the way that they open. There's a lot of technology in this car, a lot of LED. I'm not sure that it's gonna please everybody, but if you like the technology, you're gonna like it, but still it needs a little bit to get used to it. Once you get the hang of it, you're gonna like it, that's for sure. Places in the rear, not too bad, that's okay. If you have a small family, it might be tight, but still you're gonna enjoy the car and the storage space that you have in the rear, which is not that bad. For the plus point, look at the design, how interesting it is. It's unique, and I love what's unique, so I'm giving it points for being what it is right now. Also, you've got all-wheel drive, which is available, so you will have fun in the summer and in the winter. Put on some good tires and you're gonna see that this little MINI will make you smile even in the bad weather. The interior quality, the interior material, you've got also a good road handling, but for some people it might be a little too much firm. With those Pirelli, I would have changed them immediately. I would have liked to try the car with summer tire to really enjoy its gripping in the corners. And Sometimes if you live on a bumpy road, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel a lot the bump inside the car. Besides that, the road handling is kind of great. The communication of the steering is also great. And I love the lighting in the night, in the interior and in the exterior of the car. It's quite flashy, as I could tell it. So for Matt's grade, I'm gonna give it an A-. Why? Because it's stylish, it's different, and I love what's different right now in the car market. But the price, you start at a low price, and with all the options, man, this car really costs money. So be careful, there's a price for being unique. So if you're different, if you have a different style, if you love what's different, what the others don't have, if you don't like what the mass like, well, I think that the Mini Cooper is for you. And if you love to smile, this car will love to help you make more smile, even if you're on road trip or just going to work for everyday driving. There you go. What do you think about the Mini? Do you like it? Will you choose this model? Do you prefer the John Cooper's work model? If you do, tell us by writing your comments down there. If you like that video, simply make a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because we like to do more video for you. Hey, this is Matt speaking, so we're gonna see you another time on Car Question.